Didn't do my, hi guys, I guess it didn't do my my thingy here. I don't know why, because I did it early maybe. How is everybody doing today? That's so weird. Can everybody hear me okay? Hi. Thank you, Joyous. You are amazing for the 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate you so much. And I did find some new sound bites. I hope you guys enjoy them. I want to do a sound bite when I get a gifted membership or um like new like super chats or something, super stickers. That's what I was trying to look for. Let me know what you guys think. Hold on one second. I want to make sure everybody can hear me, okay? And this is for Miss Joyce. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're amazing. How is everybody doing today? I'm kind of off because it didn't play my intro song for some weird reason. But I feel off now. How is everybody? Hi, Henry, Mildred, Wolfie, Nancy, Shelly, Madagascar. I love that. Pam, Deb, Kelly, Ruby, Tammy, hello. Finding Solace, hello. I hope you're feeling better. Renee, Shauna, hello. Thomas, hi. Have my steak dinner now. Oh, nice. That sounds so good right now. I'm so hungry. Diamond, hello, sweetheart. How are you? Joyous, you're amazing. And Sylvia, hello, 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 everybody. How is everybody doing today? I am cold here. It is very chilly today. Hi, Linda, Cindy. Hello, YouTuber. Hello, good to see you. So I have been looking at some stuff. Am I coming there? I want to. Yes, I want to. Hi, good to see you all. I am freezing right now, guys. It was like only 49 high today, and I'm not ready. 51 in Michigan. Yeah, it's getting cold, right? Chicken dinner coming up. Yeah, that steak sounds good. I might like come over there and get that steak. It's a beautiful day in Nova Scotia. I heard you guys got some rain yesterday. Hi, Blue Star. Good to see you. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I want to get started, guys. So I've been doing some mapping of the properties next to where Janie lives. And did you know that you have Janie's property and then you have the schoolhouse with the cabin? Did you know there's a property in between that? I had no idea. I thought it was Janie's property, then the person that owns the cabin and the schoolhouse. I had no idea. There's actually somebody that has a vacant property in between there, and it goes far back through the pipeline. It's like 100 and some acres. Did you guys know that? We're going to show that. I have their last names hidden just because, they're not, we don't want to push their information out, but I do want to show you that. So we were able to, there's this awesome, it's called Viewpoint, and it's for Nova. I think you can actually do it all around, but this one is for Nova Scotia, and any kind of property you want to look up, you can. It's just like you pay like a small fee for it, like $9 or so for each property that you want to look up. So I've been looking at that today, and that is what we will be going over. So I'm going to put on some music for us, guys, because it's like so quiet in here. Let me see if I can find something chill. No, I don't like that. No, I don't want to do that one either. There we go. Let's put on that one. That one's kind of chill, right? All right. Hi, Couch Potato. Hi, everybody. Cheryl, hello. Good to see you all. I appreciate everyone for being here today. And let's get to it. So I'm going to take you guys over to my email, and I'm going to show you the map, the actual, the property owners that live by Janie. And this right here, let's see, add to stage. I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit because it's kind of loud over here. There we go. Okay, so this is our first one. And this person here, this is the owner of the cabin, the little cabin next door to Janie. So when you're facing Janie and Daniel's property, and like say you're going up to the kids' forts, you would be going towards this person's property, and they own this property, and it's only like 6 to 7 acres. Hi, good to see you all. Thank you so much. Daphne, you started early. I have to catch up. I'm sorry. I saw so many people waiting, and I was like, I'm sitting here, but I forgot to play my intro. That's the one thing. Or maybe it forgot to play it for me. I don't know. I think because I started early, that's why I didn't play it. But so this property here, I'm going to make myself small so you guys can see it. These are the people that own the property with the cabin and the schoolhouse that we spoke about, right? Let me pull it out. So this is almost 6 acres, guys, 6 acres. And it just gives the information of who owns it. So it's 6 acres. It gives the value and stuff like that. And this lot 11-1. So these are the people that own it. So now I'm going to go to the next one, guys. So this right here is, look at how many acres this is, guys. Look how many acres. 145 acres. Yes. So absolutely had to have been searched. So this property here is where, right next door to Janie's. So we're going to go to the maps, and I'm going to, not sure, but it has 2 cameras. Yes, because the camera was in one of the little cabins, right, Wolf? So let's go over to the maps, and it should highlight each address for us, okay? Let me switch the screen for you, and we're going to go here. All right, over here to the map. The viewpoint is amazing, guys, because it shows like up to date. So this here is called viewpoint, and it has the most up to date like maps, okay? When I searched through it earlier, it actually showed me Jack and Lily's flyers on the post, guys. It showed me their flyers and everything on the light posts there. And we're going to zoom into that. Thank you, guys. You're awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. So when I'm going to go here so I can show you guys. So right here, this is Janie's property, right? Everybody see that? Here, let me see. So this is Janie's property. And she says she has 2 acres. That looks a lot larger than 2 acres, but I could be wrong. It looks more like 5 acres to me, but I could be wrong. So now when I the 14th, so you can see how they're lined, right? So this is the next property here with the 145 acres. I've got to zoom out to show you this. So this 145 acres starts right here on the edge of Janie's, okay? See the old road, guys? See the old road? So this property here with the old road would be the neighbor in between the one with the cabins and the schoolhouse. Check that out. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. They've got a huge lot. Look at this. 145 acres. This one is 6 acres. Okay, and that's a lot of land in itself, 6 acres. Even a couple acres is a lot. 6 acres here with the school. And then you got Janie's here. and then you have the 145 acres. And I'm going to show you. It goes, look, this property connects to, what is that right there? The pipeline. There you go. Is a hectare. Okay. So that's a lot of property, right? So remember that night when the neighbors told us that they heard the vehicle, and I've heard this vehicle is like a Kia Rio, like a 5-speed black Kia Rio. And I believe in the decibel that we watched the other day, or that came out, excuse me, for the Globe and Mail. They mentioned a black sedan that was broke down at Earl's. I wonder, allegedly, if this is the black car, the black Kia Rio. What do you guys think? The old road turns into an ATV trail that goes in behind Janie's property and goes out to Earl's backyard. Well, the thing is, Wolfie, yes. Look, you can see it right here. Those ATV trails, guys, they go on for days. They're all over the place out here, guys. I'm pretty sure everybody has an ATV out here. See, if you look across the street, you can see the parcel, like the parcels, right? Like you can see the cutouts right here, who owns what, right? So I'm trying to find, whoever owns this area in here has a large piece of land too. Well, it's cut right here in half. So you've got this here, and it looks like maybe this person, whoever lives here, has all this land, right? So whoever lives here, let me see this real quick. Whoever lives here has a lot of land, and it backs up to Gairloch Road. See this, guys? Backs up to Gairloch Road. So somebody maybe would have been out hunting or something, and maybe heard the car as well, right? I don't know, just thinking. I honestly believe that there is a third person. A third person, guys. I honestly believe that. I just feel that there's a third person because of the text that came out like the next day with the party. I honestly think that's a different person. And remember Janie's messages? She said that she had to walk up the old road, right? The old road. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go back to Janie's. So Janie left. When she went to go search for the kids, she walked up the old road. And then she said that she said she went and checked the little cabin that my neighbor has. So she walked through her other neighbor's yard right here, up the old road, kept walking, and then ended up over here. That's a lot of walking, don't you think, in 10 minutes? Yes, they own a lot of property, Henry. They own a lot of property, guys. So now let's zoom out. Justin Smith. Now, there was something up here by McLeod Road, saying that he owns something over here as well. I want to say it's like in here maybe or something. And then he was staying at this campground over here, the Lorda Park. Is that it right there? Right here, the Lorda Park. So it looks like this could be someone's. See how it's outlined? Does someone own that property right there within the park? That's curious, right? Like, I would like to know that. But let's go to the ground. I want to go to the ground and show you guys something. There was something weird over here by, I wonder why that's highlighted blue like that. Do you guys see that? Why is that highlighted blue? Do you guys know why it's highlighted blue? McLeod. Okay. McLeod. I wish I could say it with the accent. Well, drive safe, Shan. Please drive safe. Thank you for being here, guys. Finding Solace, I hope you're doing okay, honey. Yeah, she's got the stomach bug. horrible. It's horrible stuff. All right, so I don't know why this is highlighted blue, guys. Isn't that weird? That's strange, right? Okay, so we're going to take our little man, if my computer ever loads here, and we're going to go here to Janie's house. Get ready. Because I want to show you guys something. Okay, so this is the newest, this is the most recent maps, guys, the most recent. And you could see Jack and Lilly's sign right here. Do you guys see that? Okay, and then look, you still got the washer. I want to show you guys something. Hold on, let me see if I can get. So remember, the other piece of the blanket was in this thing here. The mouse doesn't work very well. Okay. There's also something odd right here too. I don't know what that is in there. It won't let me zoom in on it, but no, I can't zoom any closer. So here is the bin where the blanket was, guys. See how it's tilted down? That's the trash bin right here. Do you see how close it is to the road? But who in their right mind would be crawling in there and getting the other piece of the blanket out, guys? Wash the spinner. Who in their right mind would be in there, guys? That's weird, right? In front of like everybody searching. Who would take out that pink blanket and go and plant it? That's odd, right? Like down here. So supposedly the neighbors heard the car leave that morning out here. Well, early morning hours, okay? And the car went down here. We're just going to follow the path, okay? You can see Landsdowne Station Road is to our left. There's a sign right here for Jack and Lilly too. Do you guys see that? Another sign for Jack and Lilly. And car continued to go, and we're going to be coming up on railroad tracks. Looks like someone's been doing wheelies. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? Someone's been doing wheelies right here. Look at this. Spinning out. I wonder who that could be. Okay, so we're going to continue to go down here. Actually, no. All right, hold on one second. So wait, the railroad track should be right here, right? Hold on, did I pass it? Let me back up some. Okay, so this is Landsdowne Station Road. I don't think we can go down here. Hold on. Hold on one second. Oh, it's going to let us go down here. All right. So this is like a dirt road. It didn't let me go down there before. But this is Landsdowne Station Road, guys. And it's a dirt road. And one of the neighbors lives down here. I'm not going to go directly to their house. But it's kind of up like on an incline, kind of, right? And then you got little roads out in here. All right. So let's keep going. There's a bridge here. Second. What on earth is going on up there? All right. We're back to Gairloch Road. So that's not too far away, right? All right. Now, Landsdowne Road. Okay. All right. So there's a neighbor right here, too, down on this area. So I'm wondering where the third neighbor, I know there's a third person, guys, that has not come out yet and said anything other than there was a party that night, guys. So what do you think? What do you think about this? Look who's doing that. Who's been doing all that? Do you guys see that? I feel like a drone. Yeah. Am I making you dizzy? Yeah. But So they heard the car come and they heard a silence for a minute, and then it took back this way. Do you think that happened that night? Someone's been spinning out. Look at that. They've been taking off from here, making a wheelie, and then look at that. That's crazy, right? There's a post that one of the neighbors made saying that they hear people doing that at night. All right, guys, we're going to get out of the maps, and I want to bring you to a video that Hunter S. Trucrime made, and he put this together perfectly because I was going to do it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to give me a headache. But this video basically shows the inconsistencies with all the statements. So get ready. I'm going to take you guys to that. All right. All right. Doing donuts. Yeah, exactly. I'm really curious to find out who did all that. I'm really curious. All right. We're going to go here to YouTube. All right. Add a stage. Do that. Let me turn the music off real quick.
Investigators there, or one investigator, and had a
hold on, is the volume up?
One investigator.
All right.
And had a conversation with him, and
there we go.
Investigators were there, or one investigator, and had a conversation with him, and
why is there no sound? Come on. Oh, in the recent interview, it became...
He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking, and there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day.
Okay, here, let me read this to you. It's going too fast. An ordinary day, and then he pauses it. It says, Malaya said Daniel stayed up. He said he was going to clean the house for her, but it wasn't clean when she got up. So she doesn't know what he did. Normally, he did little projects around the house at night, fix things. I wanted to say something for a minute. How would she notice the house when her kids are missing, right? Like, that would be the last thing you noticed, right? Is your house being clean when your kids are missing? And then he said,
I went to bed actually a lot later than Malaya did, I think. Like, Malaya was already asleep when I came into bed. I remember flicking on the light for the kids at 12 at night, or a little bit after 12, so a little bit after midnight, and both of the kids were fast asleep under the covers.
Says two of Martel's neighbors reported hearing a vehicle coming and going from the property late Thursday night between 12 and 5. RCMP haven't been able to confirm these reports. Okay.
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail.
Mm-hmm.
I said to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning. And that's when, like, life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day. So, therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday morning.
Yeah, let me say thank you. Thank you, Boudettes, for the $2 super sticker, sweetie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I have a background noise for you. I got to play my little background noises here. Let's see, where is it at? There we go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, he puts on here, he says, One neighbor reported hearing a vehicle around the railroad tracks, where we just were on the maps, at Gairloch and Landsdowne Station Road at 1:30. The vehicle stopped and then drove towards Larrig Road, the direction we ended at on the maps. And then it says Justin Smith said he was on good terms with the McKenzie family and helped Janie out in the past. He did not know Malaya, Daniel, or Jack, or Lily. On Thursday night into Friday morning, he was up around 1 a.m. on Facebook. Around 1:30 a.m., he heard a car on the 289 turn around by the railroad tracks near the area of Gairloch Road and Landsdowne Station Road, where we just were, guys. So remember the wheelies, the skid marks that we just saw on the maps? In that area. Okay. So somebody's been making a mess over there. All right. And it says it made a noise. Then it went quiet. The vehicle was quiet about 2 minutes, then drove towards Larrig Road. Yeah, the sound's low, guys. I'm sorry.
And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that...
Let me see if I can turn it up some, guys. Give me a second. I don't think I could turn his video up because it's on that end. I don't think I could turn up his sound. Let's see, maybe. What if I do that? Okay, hold on one second. I don't know if that's going to work, though.
Kind of alarmed
No.
You know, shocking because...
Let me see if I can do the closed captions to help. There we go.
Somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details.
So
therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details.
Whose birthday? All right, here we go. It says, another neighbor reported seeing headlights and hearing a loud vehicle coming and going from around Martel's residence Thursday night after midnight and to the early morning hours. And it just says, Brad Wong said he did not wish to provide a statement, but was willing to have a conversation with police. So he wanted to tell the police what happened, but like, I mean, you feel awkward to talk, like, because you live next to these people, right? So you don't want to cause any tension between neighbors. Anyways, he continues to say, in the early hours of May 2nd, he heard a loud vehicle coming and going from the area of 1407. He said his residence is at an elevated position from Daniel's residence, and he could see a vehicle's lights over the treetops. He said the vehicle left 3 or 4 times after midnight and to the early hours of the morning. He said the vehicle would drive off in the distance and he could hear it stop and then return. He said it remained in earshot the entire time. Very interesting, right, guys? Whose birthday is it?
After it was dark, I came back inside. What I remember, the kids were sleeping, but when you're looking back in time, Daniel, it's hard to, kind of remember everything and get a feeling for how the night really was, because it just seemed like a normal night, right? When I came inside, I thought the kids were sleeping, and I could have swore they were sleeping, but it says in the documents that she had them up till 9 or 10 at night. I don't remember them being up that late, so I'll tell you that.
What exactly happened Friday morning? Although she claims she was asleep, Malaya messaged the school at 6:17 a.m. and made an unanswered call to her mom at 8:28 a.m. Yep. On May 1st, there was a missed call from Malaya at 2:52 p.m. and a video call at 3:37. So on May 1st at 2:52 p.m., they were in the vehicle heading home from their Dollarama shopping and stuff like that. Remember that, guys? At 3:11, they arrived home, and shortly after, Malaya made a video call with her mother, Cindy, at 3:37. Cindy said she called on video chat to see the kids, but nothing about the call was unusual or stood out in her mind. On May 2nd, there was a missed call from Malaya at 8:28. There was also a missed audio at 10:40 a.m. and a message from Malaya saying the kids are missing and the police were there. I think
what happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep.
And then about 20 minutes passed, and then when I woke up, Malaya was right beside me. She was still asleep. And I said, I don't hear Lilly and Jack.
And the next thing we knew, it was quiet, and we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911.
I woke up when Malaya woke me up. I'm pretty sure it was her who woke me up because we both kind of like woke up at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I remember her saying, as it says in the documents, she said, I don't hear them. I think she woke me up, right? We kind of woke up at the same time, but I really don't know. First thing I do when I wake up.
I want to take you somewhere real quick, right? You listened to that, right? Right after they woke up. Now let's go to the text that I have real quick, and then we'll finish the video. So whose birthday is it? Is somebody's birthday today? I heard it was somebody's birthday today. Or was I dreaming here? I swear it was somebody's birthday. Or somebody said something like that. Because that's what the document said. Yeah. Exactly. So listen, this is the text to Sunny. Early August. Early August, guys, okay? Early August. And we're going to read this. And then we're going to go back to the video. This is Daniel. It says, we woke up, didn't hear the kids proceed from the bedroom to the kitchen. I looked into the living room, no kids. I ran down to check under their beds, ran to the kitchen, got my shoes on. Proceeded outside into the backyard. Okay, you guys just picture this in your head, right? Leslie's birthday? Okay, we're going to play a song for Miss Leslie in just a minute. Okay, you guys picture this in your head. Proceeded outside into the backyard, went around the fence. 2 exclamation marks. She asked me if she should call 911 while she's calling 911. But if you remember, Daniel told her to wait a minute before dialing 911. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember that? It was in one of his interviews. Here we go. I ran up to the kids' cabins to check. And when I was screaming for the kids on my way back down, that's when Mom came out of the RV and confronted Malaya. Malaya, what's up? Malaya turned around and said the kids are missing. Mom said, how long? 20 minutes. So about 3 minutes in to get outside and about 4 minutes to get to the cabins and circle down behind the RV. All right. But Mom confronted her when I was halfway back. With her 20 minutes, she said, we have time around between 9:35 and 9:45. After I got back down from the cabins, Malaya was standing in the same position, holding Meadow. I ran into the house and I did Landsdowne Road. I never seen the blanket in the tree, by the way. Going out to the railroad tracks. Listen, going out to the railroad tracks and turning and going back down Lansdowne Station Road, following back up the 289, the route we just took on the maps, guys, okay? And finishing the trip by going up the trail beside the house, the right of the RV, if facing into the driveway. I met Mom at the top of the hill when driving back. How did he meet Mom at the top of the hill when you're driving back if he went the opposite way from Mom? Mom went to the little cabin towards the guy that owns the cabin in the little school. Okay? 10 minutes, guys. This is in 10 minutes. Daniel got in the car went the complete opposite way. So how does he meet Mom when he parked by the little marsh in front of the house? Can someone please help me here? Somebody please help me. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. And then we're going to listen to the video. But first, I want to say happy birthday, Miss Leslie. Happy birthday to you. And birthdays are special. We got to have fun on our birthdays, right? Yes, it is BS. It is total BS, in my opinion. None of it makes sense. So many stories. All right, let's go back to the video, and then we'll come back to the text. I wish I could put them both up at the same time till I figure out how to do that. I'm just going to have to keep adding them. And all right, here we go, guys. There we go. And the captions are still on, guys.
Wake up.
Yeah,
Malaya's right beside me, and she says, you like hear the kids? And then I listen for a few seconds. I said, no, I don't hear them. So first thing I do is when I don't hear them, I get up and I, get dressed, and me and her make our way out to the kitchen.
So I jumped straight up out of bed. Silence is never a good thing when you have kids, because they're getting into something. And then we noticed the boots were gone. We went outside, made our way into the backyard. We didn't see them anywhere. And Malaya said, should I call 911? And I said, well, just wait 1 second.
There you go.
I ran up in the woods to the kids. They have cabins up in the woods. It's about, I don't know, 100 feet up in the woods. Ran up there, ran right back down, which only took me like 30 seconds.
Listen.
We made our way outside, got through the fence, and then we're standing right in front of Mom's RV, and she asked me, should I call 911? Right? That's, kind of instinctual. You want to do that, right?
Right.
Because we don't hear them out in the yard. We never seen them in the house. We don't see them in the backyard. I didn't know if Mom was even home or not, right? Because I thought she might have went with my Uncle Ron.
Mm-hmm.
So she's on the phone with 911. I run up to the woods where the cabins are and look in the cabins, look around the area. Didn't see them. I'm screaming and yelling, Lilly and Jack, Lilly and Jack, Lilly and Jack.
And I was screaming for Lilly and Jack, all the way out when I was running up to the cabins. And my mother heard me, so she came out and said, you know, what's going on? And I said, you know, Lilly and Jack are missing.
Came out of the trailer after I heard Daniel, about, I'd say, 10 minutes after I heard him, I come out of the trailer. I opened up the door, was standing here. Malaya was standing right here with Meadow on her hip. And I come out and I said, what's up? She said, Jack and Lilly are missing. I said, how long? She said, about 20 minutes.
Yeah, Lilly came into the room multiple times. I mean, me and Malaya and the baby were just in the bedroom.
Uh-huh.
And Lilly came in multiple times, so you know I seen her that morning. And Jack was out playing in the kitchen, I'm guessing, and they slid open the back sliding door. It's almost like silent to hear it slide open.
Uh-huh.
But they slid it open. The boots were right beside the door, and just proceeded to, I'm guessing, play outside, and then they must have just got out to the back fence, and then they were gone. As soon as I seen that they were gone, I immediately jumped in the car, did all the dirt roads, did all the culverts, checked over the rivers, the streams. I did everything. I did anywhere the vehicle could take me, I did.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got back home, like 10 minutes later, I immediately went out on foot till the officers got here.
And were you at the house when they arrived?
I was actually, when they were arriving, I was actually coming back to the house in the car, and I couldn't park in the driveway because RCMP just stopped in the yard, right?
Okay.
Because they were just starting to walk down and talk to Malaya. So what I did is I parked the white Nissan Pathfinder, because that's the car Malaya owns, the 2017 Nissan white Pathfinder, and I parked over on the right-hand side of the marsh, you know, going toward Landsdowne Road. There's a marsh that's right beside the house there.
See? Completely different story, guys. Now I'm going to go back and read the rest of the text. It's going to make you guys so confused. Like, this is just nuts. All right. Go back, read the rest, guys. Read the rest. Give me just a second. All right. Let's see here. Is that blown up good enough? Okay. All right. I'm going to start right here. Where is it at? Where the Landsdowne Station Road? Okay. Okay, I'm going to start right here. He said, going out to the railroad tracks on that road and going back, doing Landsdowne Station Road, following it back to the 289, and finishing the trip by going up the trail beside the house. The right, guys, picture, the right of the RV is facing the driveway. So this is the up right here where he's talking right here. He would be parking on the completely opposite side of the driveway than what he just said just a minute ago in the video. Am I right? Am I right, guys? So that's crazy, right? I've just had it. Like, I cannot, I just.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly. It's ridiculous, guys. All right, I'm going to finish with this. All right. I met Mom at the top of the hill when driving back. The road can only be accessed further by ATV or four-wheel drive truck. Guys. Oh my God, Sherry, I feel like I need to go I need to be in a, one of those straight jackets. But guys, right there, now he's saying that he parked on the opposite side of the driveway from what he just said in the darn video. Here he said he took the four-wheel of, you can't but with the ATV or 4-wheel drive truck on my way back, as I said, I met Mom and asked her if she was coming with me. She said, I'll search up here because they could have not went far. I returned to the house, and when I got back, RCMP were walking down the driveway to see Malaya. Remember, in his other statement, he said RCMP were walking up towards Malaya. I mean, that could have been a mistake, but it took RCMP 12 minutes to arrive on site. This is before we had the screenshot of Malaya's timestamp, guys, okay? RCMP were parked in the driveway, so I parked next to the marsh. Now he's saying he parked next to the marsh. But remember, when he first went out to look, guys, okay, and he came back, that was only 10 minutes, and he parked next to the marsh. He wasn't allowed to go back out and search for like an hour, well, until like 1:30. I believe he said when the helicopters got there, right? Okay, now let's go watch the rest of the video. You guys are going to be like, what the heck is going on here? It's so many different stories, guys. Nothing makes sense here. Okay, now listen.
Lilly and Jack are awesome kids, very, very kind. They'll talk to anyone. They want to go with anyone. They're just
Not what.
looking to have as much fun as they can.
Daphne Diamonds. Oh, oops, here. I have no idea why anyone would want to take them. Remember in the beginning? But they're easy to take. If they would have wandered to the road, they would get in any car as long as you offered them food or water. Wow. Or even candy or anything like that. Or even to see Mom and Dad. They would immediately get in. That's kind of weird, right? To see Mom and Dad. Well, if they just left out of the house, wouldn't they know that Mom and Dad are in the house? This case is nothing but zigzag. Yes, I agree. The Canadian cat lady. All over the place. It's nuts. It's crazy. All right, let me stop blabbering and get on with the video here. I want to show you guys another text too. Okay, he said they will go with anybody because they're undiagnosed autistic. They will go with anybody as long as you offer them food or water. Say, I'll take you home to Mom and Dad. They'll immediately get in with them. Wow. All right, and then we go on to the next part here. Okay.
They're both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone.
Yeah, that's crazy. Not Malaya. I want my babies home. My children are not shy to strangers and will go with anybody. They don't understand stranger danger. That's crazy to me. Right? They just see the mom. Yeah, exactly. Mom, exactly. Repetition.
Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, and anything like that.
I hate that.
But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack. Bugs, they're like best friends, not just brother and sister. And Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, and anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack. Bugs, they're like best friends, not just brother and sister.
Dirt roads and culverts. Do you guys know where this is? Do you guys know, is this part of the railroad tracks up there? If you're local in this chat right now, where is this bridge at? It looks like off of Macload Road, right? Yeah, guys, that is cute. Daphne's Diamonds. I do like that. We can do a poll. I'll do it on the community post and see whatever you guys pick. I like that though. Daphne's Diamonds. That's cute. It looks like railroad tracks, right? No clue. Yes, that's a railroad up there. Thank you, Jenny. It looks like below the railroad tracks. Okay. Do a poll. Okay. I don't know how to start one on here. Maybe I can do I'll do one on the community post. We'll do a poll and see what you guys like, and then we'll make the names for you guys. That's awesome. Thank you. Now you can see the car on the other side of the trailer. What happened to the missing living? Exactly. An air traffic controller. Okay, how does he know they would go off with? Yeah, I know, it's just crazy. Yeah, so this is the railroad tracks right here. Is this the little road? Remember we went over that little bridge on Landsdowne Station Road, guys? I wonder if that's what this is. Because we went over the railroad.
I mean, ever since the Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone, immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there.
That's cute.
As soon as I noticed they weren't there, I immediately jumped right in the vehicle and surveyed all the area, every dirt road, every culvert that I could find. As soon as I seen they were missing, I jumped right in the vehicle and I did every dirt road and searched every culvert. The very first day I wasn't around very much because I was just searching. I was running through the woods, screaming their name until my throat hurt. Even with me running through the woods, I was ahead of the helicopters and ahead of the drones and stuff like that. Screaming as loud as I can, just until my throat hurt. Running through water that was up to my waist.
Guys, I can just imagine when they told Daniel that he could go out and search again when the helicopters got there. He was probably like Tarzan, like, ah! Like, oh my God, dude. I remember he said he heard like a kid scream in the woods. And I kind of like was thinking how he was saying he was screaming in the woods, but he heard a kid screaming in the woods. I don't know. That's weird.
As soon as I got back, I wasn't allowed back in the woods until a man dressed in military outfit said I could go back into the woods.
He was giving interviews to the press. Yep.
Hardly any evidence at all since the first day. It's mind-boggling that nothing else was found. It just blows my mind that there's absolutely nothing. The holding out hope. I don't know why they didn't find anything from Jack's pull-up to her backpack or any of her belongings at all. They just haven't found anything.
All right, now I have another post for you. I'm going to show you this. Okay, and we'll go back to the video. Just give me 1 second. We're going to go to this post here. This is crazy. All right, this is one from the beginning. This is one from the beginning, guys. Check this out. This is way before. This, I think, was in June or July, guys. Come on. Malaya's time of 10 a.m. is false. We can leave it at that. She refers to me as her partner. That's weird, too. She never does wording like that. I love her more than anything. That will never change. I'm waiting for the chance to relive our first date over the waterfalls and a walk on Big Island Beach with the Daniel you first met. She will know what that means. Malaya asked me when I noticed the kids were gone. Should I call the police? He writes back, I'm just going to say the effing. I'm not going to say the word out loud. He goes, the effing kids are gone. What else should you do? So that story's changed a ton, right, guys? First, she was calling 911, remember? As she was supposedly asking him if she should call. And then in the interview, he says for her to wait. There's so many different stories, guys. Anyways, check this out, guys. My mom Oh my goodness. Hold on. My mom was napping and came outside because she heard me yelling that morning for the kids. Malaya was playing on her phone. Mom came out and she said Malaya had a look of worry in her eyes that Mom was home. No tears. She wasn't scared the kids were gone, just a look of worry. She got caught for something. Never yelled once for the kids' names, trying to find them. Never yelled once for the kids while trying to find them. So she was trying to find them? Mom said it was odd. She acted odd. No, I ran through the house searching every room, then ran outside the back sliding door. I did everything so fast. She said they were gone when we were both outside. No, only with me because Sonny's asking him about if the children ever went outside. And Daniel replies, no, only with me because Malaya rarely ever went outside with them. And then Daniel says, I ran through the streams up to my waist many times. I could have slipped on a wet rock, hit my head, and died. Or fell on a stick or a branch and got impaled and died. I did it for the kids, and the world will never see that. Are you guys reading this with me? It's ridiculous. And then Daniel tells her to remove all that from yesterday. Remove it now. It paints Malaya in a bad light. Just please remove it. People are attacking Malaya. Detectives told me. Get out of here, guys. Get out of... Just... Do I have a thing for Daniel? Do I have something? I have to have something in here for him. He's crazy. He is crazy.
You are kidding, right?
There you go.
You are kidding, right?
This is craziness. So let's go back to the video. And then after that, you guys are going to need a glass of wine. Seriously. All right. So we're going to remove that. There's so much more too, guys. Like so much more. So many difference. But those are the two mains. All right. Video, captions on so you guys can hear it. All right.
The main feelings of from sadness have just turned to anger because
Right.
there's no evidence as of after 1 month.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything. I mean, that's probably why they waited this long to do it.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property. I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there.
Chicken.
We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
Well, when they took the dogs, like,
Jesus.
inside the house, they ran from one side of the house to the other, waiting for the dogs to, bark or pick up a scent, and nothing was located. Same with all the property. There was no indication of anything.
Speculation and the polygraph, guys. This guy is amazing. Like he puts.
I just want to clear it up for
Clean it up.
everyone. Clear it up for everyone, not just the people online making crazy accusations and everything else.
All the stuff that people, all the rumors and accusations about us murdering the kids and burying them on the property, this place has been searched thoroughly. The well has been checked, the septic tank, all the barns were searched. My RV was searched 3 times. The trailer was searched. This whole place was searched. If they want to come back and search again, they're more than welcome.
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations, maybe they're not going to stop, but slow down. Because at this point, they're getting ridiculous. Yeah, social media has been quite a circus, we'll call it.
You make it like that.
I can't control them, and they're free to judge.
Yeah.
But maybe just use a little bit of this before they start typing or use an AI for pictures.
Jack and Lilly's stepfather says he was the first to volunteer for a polygraph, hopeful it would help the search and ease public speculation.
I know it would be a big help in the case and kind of narrow down maybe some of the speculations and just provide more evidence.
You mentioned last time we chatted that you'd offered to do a polygraph test.
That is correct.
Has that already happened?
That has happened.
Right. And did you get results from that yet?
I do have results, and I don't know if I can share those results, but they were good in my favor, we'll say that. I asked for the lie detector exam, the polygraph exam. I gave them my phone. I told them do drug tests because there's a lot of rumors online about a drug party. I know the person that said those rumors, and it was just to take the heat off themselves. Unfold it in my favor.
My favor?
They obviously know I wasn't lying about anything. You did a good job, you passed.
And how did that feel?
Good.
At the end of the day, everything's ruled out there, and I hope this is speculation, turns elsewhere.
I still had hope that maybe they were lost in the woods. Then when we come back to the trailer and the cousin met me out in the yard, Daniel's cousin, she met me in the driveway and I asked where Malaya was. And she told me Malaya wasn't there. And it hit me like a ton of bricks.
What was it about that?
If she could leave, then to me she knew her kids weren't coming back. Because I know I couldn't leave. I wanted to sleep in my car there. So I wanted to go home then because to me that answered my question that she knew they weren't coming back.
Oh, here. Almost 2 months later, amidst a sea of media attention and public speculation about what had happened to Lilly and Jack, a picture of Malaya at the beach emerged. That was June 27th at 4:30 p.m. Her silence dominates this case. In a letter made public 5 months after her children were reported missing, she asked others to be a voice for Lilly and Jack. And it says again, please, anyone with any information, no matter how small, please come forward. Please do not be afraid to use your voice to help bring home Lilly and Jack. Even the smallest details are crucial. I will never stop searching for my children until they are found and brought home safe and sound. Someone somewhere knows something, so please help bring my babies home.
In the end, cadaver dogs were there, they went through, and the story continues.
Yeah, I didn't. Belinda wrote, every morning when I get up, I check my phone to see if anybody's posted anything. If they were found, she said, then I turn on the TV and check YouTube. And that's all day up until I go to bed. She's pursuing guardianship over her grandchildren's records. I want to see what CPS had, the school had. She said, I want to know who's to blame here.
The longer this goes on, Glenda, how...
I was also thinking, too, if she could get, when she gets guardianship, I hope she does. I hope she does. And she could speak to their doctors, their pediatricians, too, to see if they have written anything or documented anything down, like abuse-wise, right? Like anything abuse-wise that's happened to them.
How worried are you we may not get answers?
That leaves me sick to my stomach. I don't believe my grandchildren are alive. I have resigned myself to that one. But to not get answers, it's like, no. There's answers out there. 2 kids just don't disappear. I'm so afraid that people will stop talking about it and they'll forget them.
But that is a great video.
My interview.
Oops. He made a great video, guys. You don't think they were ever taken to a physician? I'll tell you what, just by looking at Lily's lips, it looked like she was severely dehydrated. And I know your lips, like mine, are already getting chapped because of the cold weather and wind. But when you eat so much junk food, so much sugar, and don't get the proper fluids, like your lips become cracked like that. Daphne's mine did already. Oh, did it? Thank you so much. Thank you. Is it true they didn't see a doctor? I don't know if they ever went to a doctor. I think Haley wrote the letter and Malaya signed it. How was... Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw that. It's just, whole thing breaks my heart. Like, there's one thing I want to show you as well. So I did now I'm not like an expert analysis, but I used like some software to figure out this one statement with Daniel, how he spoke about the dog handlers. And I want to play those clips with the dog handlers, because my friend Jules, she's a canine handler for our federal government here in the United States. And she says that they, like, the less you know before you go and search, the better, because the dog can feel your anxiety. And you don't want to go into a case or go searching with judgment, right? So that's, yeah, it is heartbreaking. I want to show you something real quick. So I did like a little analysis thing on this. Let me show you real quick what it said. Here we go. So make sure you guys can see this right here. It says, this is what Daniel said, I know for a fact the dogs won't find anything. That's why they waited so long to bring them in. What type of statement is this? That's what I wrote. And the software said, this is a conspiracy theory or speculative statement. It asserts a belief dogs won't find anything and implies intentional delay. Waited so long to bring them in without providing evidence. Such statements often suggest hidden motives or cover-ups, relying on assumption rather than verifiable facts. Crazy, right? It's crazy. I want to put in all of his statements and see what they say. because, wow, man, that's just crazy. Jen, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, RCMP should bring them all and to interrogate them, apply real pressure with their contradictions and another polygraph, new questions. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree with you. I do believe the RCMP are doing their best. I do believe that they are onto something. I know to be able to close a case, to get justice, you have to have like dot, you know what I mean? Dot your I's, cross your T's to have a solid case, especially, in Canada or whatever. And even here, like to convict someone or people or whatever, you have to. But yes, I agree that this would be great to new polygraph questions. Like, for instance, talk about like the questions, did you see Jack and Lily that morning? Do you think that they were well enough to go to school? Like the one RCMP officer asked, he asked Daniel, he said, would you have sent Jack and Lily to school that morning? Do you think they were well enough to go to school? And he said yes, but yet he didn't have any interaction, he said, other than Lily opening the door a few times, right, guys? So how would he know for sure that they were well enough to go to school, right, guys? Right? I don't know. But thank you, Miss Jen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. He didn't even see them. Exactly. Exactly. So how do you know that they are well enough to go to school? Guys, so much. There's so much. It's crazy. I wonder if it's against the law to taser them until they told the truth. Yeah, right? Something, because you have one not talking, and then, I mean, she's given out, I guess, she's given out all her information that she knows. And then Daniel just keeps talking. He just keeps talking, but it's more so like he's like defending himself. It's all about defending himself. Well, you've had so many different statements. If you didn't have so many different statements, you wouldn't have to defend yourself. It's one statement. It's just what happened. It's not like, you know what I mean? And then you have Malaya saying that he's lying to the media. You have Cheryl saying that too. But why would you do that? Why would you lie to the media, guys? And then have like 2 different stories, 3 different stories. Who could keep up with all those stories, guys? That's nuts, right? It's absolutely crazy. Maya was a good mother before she allowed Daniel to try to abuse them. Yeah, I know. And I mean, we don't know what kind of situation she was going through. I mean, they only know. They're the only ones that lived in there. Janie probably knew some because she's can hear everything, right? Chocolate popsicle. That you guys are always talking about food and make me want to, and like somebody just made food upstairs, so I'm so hungry. I'm like smelling it. I need to eat before I come on here. And we always talk about food and I'm like starving. I have like so many of these emails from them. I want to read Janie's emails with you guys. This is not her voice messages. They're just her messages before she came out and did her voice messages, guys. So give me just a second. And we're going to go over those. And then I'm probably going to cut the stream early tonight, if you guys don't mind, because I am starving and want to eat everything in the house here. All right, so here we go. All right, let's do this here. You guys can please hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. And we're going to add Janie to the stage. Miss Janie, please come down. All right. There we go. All right, guys. I have added Miss Janie to the stage, you guys. Okay. And there's about 12, I think, of these. And Janie is replying back. This was early on. This was like in May sometime. So somebody had a drone over the reserve, right? And Janie was like, spoke back to this person. They didn't care about my family, and there is still drones over my place. Suck it up like I do, she said. Wow. So she's telling this person to suck it up because drones are over a private reserve, okay? And I've seen the footage from this. There's even a woman out at a gravesite there on the reserve. And it's like, I don't know. But the children didn't go missing from the reserve. They went missing from your home, Janie. From your property, not the reserve. And they're not on the reserve, right? They're not on the reserve. Come on. All right. Next. No, this is like a month or two before the voice message. Guys, remember the voice messages came out in August, right? So these messages here I have are from July. Janie says the timeline is, I talked to my brother at 8:48. We talked for 2 minutes, 59 seconds, and then the kids after that. The kids after that, right? I was up since 6 that morning, she said. Okay. 6 that morning, had tea, cigarettes, chickens, fluffed her chickens at 7. Okay. Remember, she fluffed the chickens at 7. Do I have any chicken sounds? No, I don't have any chicken sounds. That sucks. She fluffed her chickens at 7. Okay. And then had the call with her brother. Actually, I think her brother called her at 6:24, right? Shan, do you remember that, Shan? She fluffed her chickens. She had a call from her brother at 6:24, I believe, but she didn't answer that. Why? If she's just smoking. Bye, Diamonds. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. You have a good night, sweetie. You're awesome. Playing with her new toy. Yeah. Yeah, she could have been, Linda. I don't even want to freaking know what her new toy is. Oh, my God. A rubber chicken. Okay. So she was playing with her rubber chickens. And then, you guys see this one? She writes thanks to something. I can't tell you what was going on in Malaya's head because I'm not her. I don't know what she was thinking or why she does things she does. Only she can answer that. Someone wrote, did she ever mention to you that she wanted to leave? And then Janie replied, oh, she didn't reply there. I apologize. Hold on 1 second. I don't think she ever replied to that. But I had asked her one thing, and she said that they were happy kids, basically. The children were happy. Okay. And then it says, talks about, let's see. They are in, okay, listen to this, guys. Okay. Someone was asking about Janie, about Patty, about Malaya's grandmother. And Janie mentions, why are you talking about my mother? And somebody says, no, not that, not your mother. We're talking about Malaya's grandmother, Patty, because Janie's mother has the same name as Malaya's grandma, Patty, right? And then Janie says, they are in New Brunswick with someone and safe. This came from a relative on the mother's side. And she's talking about the kids, right? And then she says, boy, does everyone have a lot of wrong rumors. Wonder why. And then she says, why is my mother's name mentioned? What does she have to do with this? And basically someone just said, hey, you know, like they were talking about Patty, Malaya's grandma. All right. And then Janie's like, she told you the name of my mother. And then something about Logan. Is your name, she goes, is your name really Karen? I don't know. And then she says, so why is my mother's name mentioned? What does she have to do with this? She was getting mad, right? And Janie says, I stayed quiet for far too long. And then someone said, you can let it all out here if that helps you. Go for it. And Janie goes, why would I do that? Then Janie writes, tell you the truth, I have no clue if the kids would ever be found, right? And then she just talks about a beautiful breeze there. And then she says, if it wasn't for Durwood, I wouldn't be on here. She said, he opened my eyes. And then I had asked her a question like, if she could connect with Belinda about something, about the timeline, I think it was. And she wrote back, she replied yes earlier. Okay. Let's see. She's the grandmother. Why not? She said. And then she wrote back, she's the grandmother. Why not? I know how she feels, Janie said. They were my grandkids. They are hers, but every child matters. And someone said step grandma and still a grandma. She says yes. Okay. Janie said, yes, I did see them the day before. Then gone. It's hard. Okay. All right. She said, someone said you cared for those kids and cared about the kids. You now had them all in your life for 3 years. Janie says, yes. Talking about, she's seen them the day before. It's hard. And she says, I have 4 and I can only see 1. You guys see that? It's at the bottom here. Talking about grandkids. So she has 4 grandkids. She can only see 1 grandkid. And someone said, why? And she says, yes, it takes time, but good things come to those who wait. Janie says, my granddaughter turned 9 on Wednesday, and I couldn't see her. Right? And then she kind of just stops really talking, and there's just like short stuff. And she really didn't say anything there. She goes, I know that, and so do you, but so basically talking about she can't see her grandkids, right? Like she can't see them or talk to them. She said she had to speak to them through Facebook Messenger. She said, it's hard to talk about this, and I don't even know that I should be. She says she had never seen Meadow yet. Janie, no. And then she says, would you be able to go see Meadow, talking about Meadow, with Daniel when he has his visits? But there's still 2 others that you haven't seen. Just terrible. No, not at this time, she says. And then no, she can't go see the other grandkids. Okay. She says, I'll get through this. It's the kids I worry about, how hard it is on them. Never see Meadow. No. I think that is it, maybe. Let's see. Yes. So what do you guys think about those, right? It's pretty much the same thing, exact same thing as what she said in her voice messages, right? Like it's the same ones she said in her voice messages. Same exact words, right? Like it's like written out of a book, right? Hey, boss man, good to see you, man. Janie's anything but quiet. I can hear that Oh my gosh, yeah, right? Like, I couldn't imagine living next to her, like yelling for Daniel or dog or something. Damn. I couldn't imagine. I could not, louder than a leaf blower. Someone said, damn, I couldn't imagine. Like, that would drive me crazy. Crazy. All right, I am going to play you guys a video if I can figure out this new YouTube deal here. They did like a new all right, here we go. Where's that YouTube at? YouTube, stupid. All right, give me just a second, guys. Let's go here. Where is Daniel? I'm gonna get a louder version so you guys can hear it. Daniel Martell interview. Here we go. Full interview of the dogs. And then cut it at here it is right here. So it's 7 minutes. This is, no, that's Hunter's. I want the actual news clip if I can find it. Good grief. Hold on one second. Is that it? 5 months ago, not that one. Jesus Christ. I guess we're going to have to use them because I can't find the other one. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to remove this and we will go there and watch this. And then I'm going to go eat. All right, there we go. All right, good. All right, guys, let's watch this. And then, wait a minute, this isn't the one I just did, right? All right.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything.
So what do you make of the fact that they are bringing the cadaver dogs in?
Well, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it's been about 3 months. I've been asking for them, and it's just been delayed, I guess, till now. But I know things take time and dogs are hard to get.
So what does this say to you? Because, I mean, they are dogs searching for human remains.
Here we go.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard work now that there's so much vegetation in the woods, but I'm pretty happy that they're going to be able to do it. I even hope that they bring more than one dog if they have access to more than one dog.
So what?
This was before the dogs got here. Remember, this was before the dogs got here. Hi, Mr. Hermy. So remember afterwards, he was like, it's not going to matter. They're just doing it for show.
What are you happy about? What do you hope this will bring?
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations, maybe they're not going to stop, but slow down, because at this point they're getting ridiculous.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything. I mean, that's probably why they waited this long to do it. It's just to keep the public informed.
Why would they spend tax dollars, all those tax dollars, just to make the public happy? I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you think that the RCMP just sent human remains dogs to make the public happy. Or put a 2 in the chat if you think that's a stupid statement that he made. Guys, come on. You know, I'm putting a 2 because I think it's stupid. Seriously, right? Like, why would they waste money like that? I think that is the most annoying thing. Yeah, right, guys? Like, it's crazy. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 2 in the chat if you think that's just ridiculous statement he made. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that the RCMP brought the dogs there for show. Like, it's just nuts. This guy gives a shit about wasting. Yeah, I like this guy. Yeah, true. Like, he gives a shit about wasting tax dollars. Bring in more than one dog, even though I know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I know. Jeez, guys.
I guess that they're hard at work.
Do you think it will rule things out?
Yeah, I think we'll rule a lot of things out. We'll rule out that the RCMP are, working hard, and there's no human remains on the property.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because
no.
I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property.
How do you not know that there was some weirdo that came and hid them somewhere on your property while you guys were dozing. You guys were dozing, right? How do you know? Or how do you know they didn't fall in some like crevice somewhere? I mean, there's mine shafts close by. I mean, there's so much shit there, excuse my language, that they could fall down. And they could have been overlooked, right? I mean, the RCMP still believe they're in the woods, guys, or they would not spend that money to bring in dogs. It's just wild.
I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there.
They should have known.
We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
You didn't kill? Did you hurt the kid?
Why do you think that they're not possibly, like, why that they didn't possibly wander into the woods?
Well, with the amount of resources that were used, and I mean, for everything from drones to helicopters to classified technology and all the searchers on the ground. I mean, searchers on bicycles. They did everything. On the pipeline, they took in ATVs and Argos and side-by-sides. They used everything they could.
Tell me about, what do you make at this point of the investigation of what RCMP have been doing or not doing? What's your stance on all of that?
Well, I would like to go in for another whole round of polygraph exams. I mean, that would be, and maybe bring some new people in that are doing the polygraph exams. But
why bring new people?
I know they're hard at work. I've filled notebooks with just trying to help them find leads or give them any kind of small detail, answer as many questions as I can, or you know. But I'm doing everything I can. I usually try to meet with them 3 times a week, and sometimes they're not around for that, or phone calls or texts, but whatever we can do.
So I guess to bring it back to the cadaver dogs, since you've been asking for it for so long, I guess, you don't have any information on how that will happen?
No, I don't even know where quite they're going to start searching, or where they're going to do. Are they going to expand out onto the properties? The property there is fairly small. It's only 2 acres. So.
Yeah. Will it be the whole 8.5 that they searched previously?
I don't know. That's a lot. That would be quite a few. That'd be a couple weeks.
I just feel that there's so much trying to prove. Like he just keeps like trying to be Superman, like trying, you know what I mean? Like be the first one to be recognized that, hey, I couldn't have done this because I ran through the woods. I ran through water up to my waist, guys. I ran faster than the freaking helicopter, guys. I screamed. I did everything. I could have fell on a rock, hit my head, been impaled by a stick, guys. I couldn't have done this, guys. I passed my polygraph, guys. I could not have done nothing, guys. The kids were taken. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just, that's the way I feel. Like, that's the way I hear this.
Probably on foot doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the documents, and you know, some of the other stuff RCMP has said or done, there's 70,000 drone photos that were taken during the search. That's a lot of photos. I mean, they had to review and do everything. So they would have found some kind of something there. Or even when they brought in classified technology, they scanned the whole area. They have found a beaver and a coyote.
Yes.
That's all they found.
So why do you think this step is necessary?
Well, it just rules out one and brings the book a little bit closer to being closed. I mean, one chapter at a time.
Being closed?
How have you been doing?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm doing well, but doing better than I was at the start, I guess. It's physically exhausting, mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting, but every day you wake up and it's a new day. New hope. And just keep going forward.
Tell me about the toll, like what you were just mentioning earlier about social media.
Yeah, social media has been quite a circus, we'll call it. But I can't control them, and they're free to judge, but maybe just use a little bit of this before they start typing or using AI for pictures.
Well, I mean, you only get so many pictures, right? You gotta spruce up the pictures, right? And use AI. But why care? Like, I don't understand. Why even freaking care? In my opinion, he likes the attention, because why would you continue to be online, right? Like talking and messing around and stuff. Like with the whole thing with the new girlfriend. Like, what was that about? Like, why did that even happen? I don't understand. Right? Like, that brought chaos, more chaos to this case, when the focus should be on Lilly and Jack, not this nonsense, right? With the new girlfriend, with him trying to prove to us that he didn't do anything, mom trying to prove that she didn't do anything, and push a narrative that Malaya somehow gave the kids to some rando in her family that's old and retired, that lives out on a farm, but yet they have to stay inside. Yeah, I have a text like that from him on somewhere. I read it today. I'll have to show you guys at a different time. It's just crazy, guys. It's absolutely nuts. Just stay off the internet.
I mean, we're coming up on, is it coming up to 5 months?
Yeah, in the second. So yeah, it's less than 2 weeks.
Like, did you ever imagine that we'd be here still talking about this?
No. I thought with the amount of resources and amount of different units for RCMP working on it, everything from dive teams to canine units, and they've dedicated teams just for social media. They have a dedicated guy that just sits there and watches highway cameras. So.
What's it been like for you now that we're back to September, school's back, and like seeing the school bus go by every day?
Yeah, no, it's hard. There's quite a few school buses that go by, and there's a lot of kids in the area I see, and it's sad. It's not just sad for Jack and Lilly, but it's sad for everybody who knew Jack and Lilly. They had friends, went to school, and it's just, they had teachers that seen them every day, and it's just hard on everybody.
I know we ask you this every single time, but why do you keep doing it?
For Jack and Lilly. I don't do this for myself, because I'm going to see this online later, and people are going to analyze it. Every time I move my hands, every time I open my mouth, every facial expression, they analyze everything right down to a T.
Right down to a T.
I know that.
What would you like the public to know?
I want the public to know, if anyone has any information, just please come forward.
And that's all.
Call the RCMP, call your local police department, call Crime Stoppers.
Do you still think they're still alive?
Yes, I hope so. I mean, that's all we have is hope.
So the only thing that he needs to be doing is saying, putting their name out, not being so weird and creating so much chaos. You know what I mean? Like, why start with all these different statements and stuff? I don't understand. Like, if you didn't want the public to go crazy, then you should have just been quiet, like Malaya. Yes, they are all dysfunctional. Where are the children? Like, where are they at? I don't understand. I don't understand where they are. Like what happened? Or did you put them somewhere? You know what I mean? I don't believe someone took them. I don't believe it. I did at one point, but I don't believe that anymore. I really don't, guys. Bullshit. But I'm going to cut the stream. I can't believe I've already been on here for like almost 2 hours again, blabbing my mouth. I still didn't get to go over all of the texts. Yeah, Cassie, exactly. I don't think they're alive either. It's just, no, I agree with you, Mallory. I don't either. There's just too much. Like, oh, thank you so much, Thomas. You are amazing. And I'm going to give you applause for that. Thank you. thank you so much for your super sticker, honey. We appreciate you too. I couldn't do it without you guys. It's just, somewhere where we can all come together and throw together our thoughts and just try to figure this out. I just, the cameras didn't catch anything because there's nobody with cameras that records the road other than Janie, right, guys? But I have a million text messages and notes I want to go through with you guys tomorrow. I'm still doing more investigating on the property. And, oh, wait, did somebody ask me they needed to see something on the property or something before we left? Thank you, Wolfie. You're amazing. Yes, Justin is about to do a live. I'm about to go pig out here in a minute. And then I got to run up to the store, and then I will be in Justin's. I still think they're alive. You do? You think they are? I mean, that's fine. Like, you guys, everybody is, you know what I mean? I hope that you're right. I just feel like the scales, have, really lean towards Daniel with everything. Like, the inconsistencies, just him being the stepdad, the scales lean towards him, right? And then we found out that rugs were involved, and it was said on the decibel. So, you know what I mean? It's not like we're making that up. It was said on the Globe and Mail decibel. So that adds more to the scale, right? Towards Daniel, right? Also, I think with the RCMP detective asking him, hey, Daniel, in your opinion, would you have sent Jack and Lilly to school today if they weren't missing? And he said yes, but he had no contact with him, he said, other than Lilly opening the door. Yeah. So, all right, guys, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for the super stickers and super chats, becoming a member. I really appreciate all of you. We will see you here tomorrow. And if Leslie, if you are still in the building, happy birthday, my dear. Enjoy your birthdays. It only comes once a year, and they are very special. Birthdays are very special. So take that day for you, for relax, and just enjoy life, right? Enjoy your life. That's what your birthday's for. So, all right, guys. Yes, we will not stop. We will not stop talking ever, ever until justice is served or they are found, right? So, love you guys. Have a great night. And I will see you over at Justin's. Yes, 1-800-222-TIPS. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Justice for Jack and Lilly. Have a good night. Thank you.